Hi, I'm Kathy Boyle. I'm president of Autism Housing Pathways. We're based in Massachusetts, but we serve families throughout the Commonwealth. Thanks. Autism Housing Pathways was created in 2010 by a group of parents that wanted to create a housing option for their children as they reached adulthood. And that has remained our guiding star. We do not actually have any housing ourselves. We are more of a guide, as it were. Our goal is to provide a roadmap to help families figure out what housing options exist or could be created and figure out how to get there from here. We serve families throughout the Commonwealth, and we have a variety of ways in which we work with families, everything from handouts to presentations to individual consulting to day-long workshops. Often parents are concerned that housing is something that they want to do way off in the future. But the reality is that it takes 10 to 12 years to put together a housing strategy. And so it's important to start taking concrete steps at 18. Prior to 18, you want to get educated about what the process is. We have a turning 18 checklist on steps to take just before the 18th birthday. And we also have a introductory training called Thinking About Housing to help you understand how services can be combined to help create a housing strategy. And we also have, and that's called Thinking About Housing. And we also have a, more bite-sized housing in a month's worth of tweets. Once somebody is 18, it's important for them to start actually applying for housing because those waiting lists can take anywhere from 5 to 12 years. And we can walk you through that process of selecting where to apply and getting through the actual applications. And then we also have ideas and resources to work on a strategy to make sure that when your family member finally is able to get housing, that they have the skills that they need to live independently and the supports they need to successfully do the tasks that they may not be able to do on their own. And we can help you with figuring out strategies in that regard. And that again can be done between 18 and 22 or beyond 22. After students exit school, we can still provide them and their families with the same services we do prior to exiting school, namely education around the process of finding or creating housing and assistance in completing applications and strategies for developing the skills and supports they need to live as independently as possible. In addition to the ones that we've already outlined, we also have individual housing consultation. We have day-long housing workshops. And under the heading of the individual housing consultation, sometimes that can be provided fee for service, and sometimes it's free when we offer it through one of our institutional members, such as the Northeast ARC or HMEA's Autism Resource Central, and some other institutional members. We frequently are involved in helping families when they get to the top of a housing waiting list and they need to fill out the necessary paperwork to pull everything together in a timely fashion. I'd like to share a couple of different success stories from sort of opposite ends of the spectrum. On the one hand, we work with families that are trying to create kind of custom solutions, and we've had a family participate in one of our day-long housing workshops and go on to work with some other families where the first family bought a condo, and their family member and two other friends moved in together into an apartment, and really into the condo this family owned, and have had a pretty successful housing situation. On the other extreme, we've worked with a number of individuals who had little to no family involvement, who were actively struggling with homelessness, where we have been able to work with them to get emergency housing, or rather to get permanent housing, because of the emergency that they were in. And we've been very proud of our ability to do that. Um, on sort of in between, we've helped families figure out strategies for how they might prepare for a housing situation that will require being on waiting lists, where they want to build their circle of support for their family member and work on developing skills. So we've we've gone from one extreme to the other. So hope this helps you think through the process.